Hey, Melissa, we have a special guest with us here today at IDA. So go ahead and introduce yourself, Hillary, to everybody and tell our audience a little bit about yourself and what you do.
Sure. Hey, my name is Hillary Summerbell. I grew up in McLean, Virginia, which is very near Washington, D.C., and I am dyslexic. I am now 61 years old, and I've been struggling with dyslexia my whole life. I about, well, let me go back for a second. I basically failed out of high school. I went to college, pretty much failed out of that. I went back to Northern Virginia and got an associate's degree in interior design. My career is based on art. I've never really sent emails for my business. I've always had office managers to manage everything, and I just do the creative part. So about 5 years ago, I was frustrated because I wasn't able to read, and I discovered that if I take text and I could read it without moving the paper.
Wow.
Interesting. You know, you're not the first person who has said something like that to me. I actually met Patricia Polacco, a famous children's book author, and she said something similar, not so much with the circles, but she said she learned to read by looking outside of the lines of the letters, whereas we look at letters, she looks at the space outside of the letters.
Oh, interesting.
And that's how she had kind of taught herself how to read. She got some help as well, but
Okay.
that's what really she does to help herself read.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
Cool.
So it's kind of like self-help. So I did actually almost 100 drawings, and then ultimately ended up connecting with some special ed teachers in Washington, D.C. There were 4 of them who went to got a master's in AU, who kind of endorsed it, and we've started doing anecdotal work with the Summerbell reading method. And if you can imagine it, because this is an audio show, basically we take linear text and we make it in the shape of a rainbow
Okay.
without the color.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. So, because you were having difficulty with reading, you created this system. And how would our listeners be able to access this?
Okay, so our website is readsummerbell.com, which you will see videos of the teachers talking. There's a discovery video of my story of how we got here. So we have a Chrome extension on the the Chrome store. So you just type in Summerbell and you can download it for free.
Oh, wow.
We have a website that actually gives you the ability to not only read in the ARC, but also you can write in it, so children can proofread their work
Wow.
with better ease. We have a app. We have an app that is actually a browser, a dyslexic browser that can be used on 95% of the websites on the internet. So that's on the Apple Store, and then we have Google Play, so we can do it OSI. So that is what I think is the most powerful tool that we
Yeah.
have right now, because within 30 seconds, you or your child can be reading in Summerbell, and it's actually instant.
Yeah.
I really loved what you showed us when you were here, talking to us before we started the show. I loved what you showed us at how you could break a multisyllabic word up into each individual syllable. So a word like international, it broke it up into international, and that made it easier for people to read.
But
who needed-
we did it vertically.
I
not
know, and that was
horizontally.
so cool.
Because I just don't like linear text. It confuses my brain.
Yes,
But
that was
this is
so
much easier.
cool. So I loved that. I think that was really eye-opening to me to make the connection with your method, with your
Thank
Summerbell
you.
reading method.
And it's kind of the micro of the decoding. So your brain learns how to process words in that format. So when you come across a multisyllabic word, you can almost visually in your mind break it down, or you can write it down,
Right.
or you can use the word helper. All you have to do is click on the word, and it will convert for you.
That's amazing.
Okay, so can you tell us a little bit more about your study that you have?
Yeah,
Yes.
that was a big deal. The John Hopkins study.
Yes. Yes.
Let's hear about it.
So we were fortunate enough to be contacted by Johns Hopkins University for research and reform for technology in the classroom, and Dr. Jennifer Morrison, PhD, and Joseph Riley, and Jane Eisinger. They did a evaluation, an efficacy study of Summerbell reading, and we just completed it. It was in the East Stroudsburg Public School District in Pennsylvania.
Okay.
We started in January of 2024. The children read in Acadian. They were tested in Acadians. They were exposed to Summerbell during their literature time, and they read independently in Summerbell, and then they were retested in the end of May. And you can see the study incomplete because it's very important that I don't break any of the study up. But the outcome was we had in oral reading fluency, we had a 9.66% improvement, adjusted difference, which according to them is statistically significant. And then we also had an uptick in all the other categories.
Wow.
Wow.
But the Maze score was a little bit kind of more neutral.
Okay.
And then they were retested, again in linear. So that was this is a very exciting time for us because we now have this study, and it says, that
It's showing good progress.
Yeah.
it is showing very good progress.
Okay, and then you said they're going to extend the study too, correct?
Well, we're hoping to do another study,
Okay.
a larger study. But
Okay, good.
but regardless, it doesn't dispute. They basically said that there was proof of concept.
Wow.
Great. That's wonderful.
So you've applied for a U.S. patent, right? And you already have a patent.
That's correct. So we actually were awarded the patent in Europe.
Okay.
So and they said it was a novel idea.
Congratulations.
Yeah, so that was very exciting. And then we're patent pending in the United States.
Wow, I'm really looking forward
That is
to all of
awesome.
this. This is
Congratulations,
awesome.
Hillary.
Thank you.
That
Is
is
it
so great.
dyslexic mind at work?
Yes.
Yeah, and the neatest thing about it is when a child reads in this format, and it's really presentation of text. I mean, just to be 100% clear.
Yeah.
They all of a sudden, it's literally like a light bulb. It's instant, and Hopkins even says that it's an instant clarification of text in your mind, and it makes it easier to read. So I encourage you all to read the study or read the executive summary, and then you can learn more about it. But the children who have been exposed to it, most of them just basically go, oh my God, this is so much easier. And we're trying to help. I'm trying to help those people. I'm trying to help those kids because I don't want them to go through the same pain that I went through.
Right.
And that's the mission, is to change the trajectory of their lives so they can go on to higher education and feel good about the education that they've, are experiencing.
So you're
now.
making a difference.
Yes, and it's very affordable. Right now, at this time, it's only $9.99 for
Yep.
a one-time fee. So
Wonderful.
we're making it accessible.
Yes, that's wonderful.
Thank you.
Oh,
Thanks.
I'm so excited to share this. I'm going to share it with some of my parents at my private
please
practice.
Please do.
Awesome.
I would love that. And let's stay in touch. And
Yeah.
Absolutely.
readsummerbell.com, Hillary at readsummerbell.com.
Yeah, for sure. And thank you so much for being our first guest.
You're welcome. Well, thanks for having us. This is exciting. This is good work.
Thank you, Hillary.
Thank
This
you.
is Melissa.
And Amy.
This is Dyslexia Duo.
Bye.
Bye. See ya.